Hello, folks. Today's task in chorin is going to be changing the tire off of this old trailer we out here on the property. It came with the place, so don't blame me. It's kind of raggedy, but waste not. So I'm going to do a tire change on all three tires rather. Then I'm going to do a test on the lighting system here to see if it still works. And it may end up having to table this for a later time until I can get new lights, and then we'll be done. I've already started pulling the hubcaps off of the old tires. I'm going to start with the spare and kind of cycle around. Yes, I know there's going to be a board there here in a second. I got a section of 3/4 inch plywood that's left over from the project with the workbench. So I'm going to use that as a stable starting point. And hopefully at some point today my valve cores, my valve stems will be in, the new valve stems, because I'm just going to replace all the valve stems on the tires. And hopefully they'll be in, and we'll be able to finish up today. It was originally started out over there by the tractor barn in that little empty space there. So I drug it over here with the truck, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first task is gonna be getting the tires off. This is taking a whole lot longer than I thought it would. Mostly because, like, I watched YouTube for some pointers on how to break the bead on a tire, and you know, they all worked pretty well. The one I decided to try to go with was running it over with the truck. Then I noticed it wasn't working, and I was doing it quite a bit and it didn't work at all. So I figured out why it wasn't working right. All those videos that I watched and all those people that were doing it, they had not gravel, but concrete. So there was a nice stable base for the truck to be on, so the tire wouldn't get ground into the dirt. Well, I don't quite have that. And then the jack idea, that was just stupid. You've got to have more than is necessary in order to do that. So it's kind of come down to doing it the old-fashioned way. If you're doing it out on the trail or somewhere where you don't have a stable base and you can't get somewhere to drive the tire into some concrete so that it can come off easy, I've pretty much just been putting them on the back step of my truck, my tailgate, and I forced them off. That one was the first one. That was where I figured out how to do it. And then there's a tire. So this is taking way longer than I thought it would. Hopefully I'll get it done today, but I doubt it. I might just get done with these two tires and call it good for now. And then I'll come back at another time. I'm jacked up here, so it's not going anywhere, but taking way longer than usual, and I don't have any place with concrete to do this in, so this is pretty much hot. So I'm gonna go back to it, see if I can finish at least another tire, and then hopefully my flipping valve stems will come in and I can put the tires on, but that might be something for later. So, all right, good luck. So what it comes down to is that you can break a bead with hand tools. It's just not very pleasant. I ended up having to use a hammer and some pry bars and get the wedge underneath it, and then work along the next one, and then eventually it just kind of broke. So I've got it broken on both sides now. The question is getting it off. So that won't be too difficult, I don't think. I've already got it halfway there. So I've just got to pull it the rest of the way, and this one will be done. And hopefully my valve stems will be here soon, and I can finish the job. At least put the 2 tires on and get this thing in action for the most part. I have a feeling it's going to need... see the thing down there, the stand is bent, so that's going to have to be replaced. It's got some other issues too, and I don't even know if the wiring works. So we're not quite done there yet, but 2 tires is better than none. And once I get these 2 on, I could work on the last one and get it, make it as a spare. So I'll have more time then. So we get this rim out, and then I think I'll call it a day on this project. So I'll show you what it looks like if the valve stems come in at any point today. All right. Okay, I'm done. This is my first. This is going to be a 2-parter then, because I ain't going through that again. Not today. It's just too hot to be working out here like this right now. I'm in a blazing sun, very little clouds, and it's spring. You know, at least I got outside for a little while. But okay, so let me tell you this. If you ever watch one of these YouTube videos on how to do this, and somebody tells you, well, don't use soap, we've had, you know, it might not seal back if you use a little bit of soap as a lubricant. Those people are liars. That made it so much easier. So I guess you could use it at your own risk, but yeah, you could use it at your own risk if you want. But I had better success with it than without it. It didn't help that these tires are dry rotted. They were basically glued to the wheel. That was the hard part, getting it off. I just spent the last half hour or so trying to get the rim out of the tire on that last one, the one that I showed previously, because it just didn't want to come out. It just collapsed and just wouldn't come out. So, but I got it out now. Show you. There you go. I got it. 2 tires. So I think I'm done for the day. I'm gonna wait for the rest of the parts to come in, and then I'll pick this back up tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Wednesday. So till then.